Welcome, everybody, to Generation Dan, the only podcast funnier than when Littlefoot's mom died. Oh, my God, I said the wrong thing. I'm Atlas Novak. I'm a millennial. Who else is here with me?
Why would you do that, Atlas? Oh, my God.
That's where we're starting? Wow. That's how we start this? Like, that wasn't going to trigger anybody?
That was horrible. I'm the genetic marvel, and I'm ready to cry immediately. So thanks for that. Oh my God. Why would you? I didn't even think about that, and now I'm emotional. God damn it, Atlas.
Oh. Like we're all crying, laughing for like the right and wrong reasons.
That's horrible.
Our guest today returning is Amy Jaroon. How are you?
I'm well up until that point. Good God, man.
Like, wow, Atlas, just like, that's, you know what? When people are like, hey, maybe we should rough him up. And you're like, I have a bat for his skull. I'm just going to cranium the guy. And Jesus.
Maybe it'll fix my epilepsy. That'd be fun.
Maybe. Joey says, let's go Buffalo. All right, sure. Why not?
What's it called? Well, people will see what the title of the episode is, either on the stream or when this comes out on the Friday. So you know what you're getting into.
Yes, you do.
Like, okay, you know what? I'll be honest with you. Littlefoot, 100%. His mom died. That's number one. Number two is I've had multiple people who are like, "Hey, they released a new Lion King." I'm like, bro, I've watched Mufasa die once. I will never watch it again. I'm done. I can't.
Oh, that's bad.
Well, instead, 100%. He's just going to be singing about "What did you say about my brother" over and over again until you want to throw your phone across the room. Thanks, Lin-Manuel Miranda. I remember when like the Mufasa prequel movie was coming out, and he was on an interview on like one of the talk shows, and he's like, if you go through the Lion King soundtrack, there's not one skip. Hakuna Matata, Circle of Life, all of it, like you don't skip any of those. So I wanted to make a soundtrack with no skips. I'm like, it's all fucking skips, Lynn. They're all terrible.
Oh,
I don't know how you did it, but you did it.
The Lion King soundtrack has got to be one of the best soundtracks, like movie or otherwise, albums out there, because it's just hit after hit. There's not one song on that album that you do not know the words to.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I mean, this is what the downfall of technology, where it's like, oh, we only have like people are releasing individual songs. I'm like, if you bought an album and the whole album was a banger, you're like, now we're talking. Like that's I'm gonna spend money on that. You know, when it's one song, you're like, I've been bamboozled. That's not. Yeah. Aiden says, I'm leaving. That's fine. You're welcome to. Hi. Have a great day. Hello, Victoria.
Hi, Victoria.
Good morning, Jim.
Morning.
Yeah. No. That is the worst part is buying a CD, God, yeah, or a cassette that only had one good song, and you're like, the rest is garbage. Very frustrating. That's also
that was us growing up. That was definitely us growing up.
So here on the show with the generational differences, what are the things that made us ugly cry? Now, I assume this does not just like stick to media, like it doesn't always have to. It's just like stuff in life too. Amy, this was your idea. Okay,
this is stuff in life.
Okay, so all of it.
Yes. So let me start by saying why I picked this topic is because I actually ugly cried recently. When I say recently, a couple of days ago, I went to the mail and there was a handwritten note for me from a chef of a restaurant that I went to recently. So back in December, I went to Naka, which is one of the premier Japanese kaiseki style restaurants. And people who are foodies will know what this restaurant is. Basically, she struggled to be in this world because Japanese chefs would not train her because she was a woman. Yeah. So for her to have one of the most premier restaurants in the country and be successful as a woman was so empowering. I was like, I want to support her. I want to go to this place. I can't get reservations worth a damn. I finally do. By myself. So I'm like, yeah, I don't feel lonely at all in this restaurant right now. Where everybody is a couple celebrating some sort of anniversary or some sort of birthday, and here's just me. So when I go, the hostess actually greets me and she says, I saw the note that you left for yourself. I'm like, what note? And she says, oh, what you're celebrating. And in the reservations, I said, I'm celebrating gratitude for the life I have and the person that I am. Apparently, that actually reached the entire staff. And they're like, oh my God, we need to meet this person. So everybody take turns to come to my table and ask me if I needed anything or to take the table just because they wanted to meet me. I had no idea. So at the end of it,
very like Walter Mitty-esque. Like,
yes, exactly. Yeah. Which I love that movie. So at the end, the waiter says, hey, the chef would like to come out and say thank you. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? So she comes out and she personally thanks me for coming to eat at the restaurant. And I'm the only person she did that to that night. So to come to my mailbox weeks later, and I still have the thank you note. She sent me a handwritten thank you note. And at the very end, because she's like, I'm so glad you celebrated with us and that you came to us from a place of gratitude. And at the end, she says, with gratitude, Nikki. And I just started crying because she took the time, she took the effort to say thank you to me for coming to her place.
That's so my God. Oh.
Our episode last week was talking about like doing things with more intentionality.
That's
cool. And that perfect like double feature.
Okay, there you go.
But wow, that's amazing. And like you got to think like for the other couples who are in the restaurant, there had to have been at least one like LA clout chasing couple there, and then the chef comes out and they're like, oh my God, we're gonna meet the chef. They walk past them to the one lady.
100%. There was a couple next to me celebrating their 10-year anniversary, and they're getting up to leave, and she walks out, and they're like, oh, it's her. And then she walks over, hi, nice to meet you. And they're like, who is this chick?
Who the fuck is this lady? Yeah.
And I'm like sitting there by myself. They're like, is she a critic? Like I can see that in her head. Like, no, I am just a fangirl. And I was trying really hard to be cool and not cry that night. So I didn't. I waited until I got to the car like a good person and cried. And I'm like tearing up right now because it was such a big like moment for me, because like we meet, like, you know, you meet your favorite artists, you meet your favorite writer, you meet your favorite person that did something artful. So this person as a chef is artistic to me. This is my artist. Chefs are artists to me. So this was like me meeting like one of the great modern day artists in the food world.
Fair. Jesus Christ, that is a lot. That is too much. Listen, that is too much emotion for my cold dead heart. There are things happening right now in my body that I'm not okay with, and
listen,
I'm blaming you.
You're in Canada, it doesn't mean it has to be cold. Dead. Okay. That's another. Yeah.
Hey, you're just triggered because no one's actually made you feel this good before, so that's not on me. That's on you.
No, I've had people make me feel. You know what? I'll be honest with you. The closest I can come to that, restaurant wise, was when we didn't have reservations. I was with another couple, a guy I've known since high school, and I was like, "Well, we can. This place is really good. Let's see if we can get in." He walks in, comes by, goes, says they're full. I'm like, "Let me try." Not saying that I know the people, like I've become familiar with the people who run it. So I walked in. I was like, "Hey," he's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" He's like, "Tell me you have a reservation." I go, "I don't. I got 4 people." I go, "If you can, great. If you can," he's like, "Give me 15 minutes. I'll have a table for you." I come back out. I'm like, "We just got to come back in 15 minutes." And they're like, "How did you?" I'm like, "I'm Greek. It's just what we do." And it was, yeah. And they'll make me feel important, but nothing like what you got.
It's like the scene from Goodfellas where they lower the table in. Like, we've created a new table for you.
It kind of was, but I walked through the front door. Yeah,
that's what that felt like.
Yeah. Like that felt good. No bad about. I was not emotional about it though. That was that's way past what I got. I just got the fun being able to lord it over my friend to be like, "Hey, you don't know how to talk to people. I got this. It's fine," which is great. But
That is a very good ego boost. Absolutely.
I mean, and you know what the problem is like my ego doesn't need to be boosted anymore. If anything, I could use some humility in my life. That's probably. Hello. Yeah, I love your hat. Thank you. It's a very nice blue. This is because I lost a bet. It's the Blue Jays versus the LA Dodgers for the World Series, and whoever lost was going to have to wear some merch.
Hat. Yeah.
So I finally got merch, but then in turn, what I did was I got them to put a Canadian.
Nice.
Right there. Right there. Hold on.
I told him he only had to wear it for an episode, but he keeps doing it, which fine.
Which I appreciate. Thank you.
Yeah. I look good in this hat. It's a nice color.
Yeah.
It makes me look fancy. So yeah. Mm-hmm. That's nice because you're attractive. You're ugly. People treat you badly. That's true. That is true. When you are ugly, people treat you badly. It's also hard when a child tells you you're ugly. You're like, oh, damn it. Because
I get told I'm ugly all the time by high schoolers, which is like, wow, part of your frontal lobe is done cooking, and wow, that was incredibly accurate. Thank you very much.
I'm
reading the comments like, oh my god.
Yeah, Jim's on a tear. Yeah. Jim's like, I'm fiscally ugly because no woman will date me. That's all right. You're good the way you are, Jim. Don't worry about it.
Hey, okay? Jim, by the way, I got ghosted 4 times in 2024. So it's not you, buddy.
You would think somebody who drinks for work. It's in the username. Amy drinks for work. Who is a sommelier? Like, even if the person really that they're gonna ghost you. Why?
Oh, would you like to hear it? Because I have an entire stand-up about it, but I will tell you about one of them if you'd like. Okay.
I would love that. I would love that.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. So this one was the last guy to ever ghost me. And I met him during a work seminar that he was hosting. I walk in, sat down. This woman approaches our table and asks, do any of you know CPR? And I said, yes, I'm CPR certified. There's somebody passed out in the middle of the street and the paramedics need somebody to do CPR on them. I get up, no hesitation, in heeled boots, sprint down Hollywood Boulevard, get on my knees and start performing CPR on this guy. So here's a fact that people don't tell you about. Performing CPR in the wild only has maybe a 10% success rate. And that day, I made that guy live.
Awesome.
So the guy who's hosting is awkward. Everyone's awkward with me that day. They're like, oh my God, that just happened. I'm like, man, you guys have had good lives if this is the most traumatic thing that's happened to you. Okay. And he meets me and I could tell he wanted to talk to me. But he was so awkward. Like, I don't know how to treat this woman right now. I'm like, why are you acting like this? I didn't know he was trying to hit on me. I'm like, oh.
The guy you performed CPR on was trying to hit on you, or
No. The guy who was hosting the tasting and the work seminar. Okay. So he didn't even ask me for my phone number because I would have been like, I saved someone's life. What did you do today? Like, I was very bitter about it. So he gave me his phone number and I don't hear from him ever. I heard from one time because I texted him like, hey, I got home, I'm safe, whatever. And I see him again 6 months later. I don't know in 6 months later that while I'm walking around doing tastings in a seminar, this guy has been trying to say hi to me for 3 hours and he kept getting pulled and was just getting blocked every single chance. So he would walk past me and somebody like, oh, hey. And he's just like, ah. So I sent him a DM because I commented on one of his posts and we had this this thread. So I was like, hey, thanks for hosting again. It's always fun being there. You're enthusiastic and great. And he's like, yeah, I remember you. Didn't you save someone's life? I'm like, yeah, that's me. So he asked me out for drinks. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go get drinks. And we never actually got drinks, but we did meet up because we wanted to see if there was chemistry there, which there was.
Sure.
And both of us had to go out of town, so we didn't see each other. When he got back, he's like, hey, I'm feeling sick. I'm sorry. I'm just jet lagged. I'm like, no problems. I flew in from Denver, went to the store, made him Thai style soup, dropped it off on his car and said, hey, there's soup on the car for you. And he ghosted me a week later.
Why? I love what if he hated the soup that much?
Nope. He
Like,
texted back. He texted back that day and said that was one of the best breakfasts I've had in a very long time.
All right, that would have been a very like Seinfeld-esque reason to go with you, where it's just like she makes bad soup, George.
That would have been more forgivable if he hated it, but the fact that he texted it and said it was delicious, like that bugged me.
Yeah, this is the weird thing is that, so number one, having performed CPR a couple times myself, it is a horrible situation. Like, it is not, you finish and you're like, I don't know what just happened. You're like, I don't want to talk about this afterward. I don't want to, and the fact that that's how he's remembered you is like, oh, you saved that person's life. You're like, number one, that is a fantastic way. You're like, I'm a lifesaver. That's what I do. I save people's lives. That's like you're basically a superhero. And he's like, and you made great soup. And then he's like, yeah, I don't want to talk to that person. That is.
Oh, weird. And not to be egotistical, but I know I'm not ugly. I am not less than a 5. Okay. And that bugs me so much because I knew I was better looking than he was.
I think that's just the default in general. Guys are ugly by default.
No, guys have a purpose, right? It's like, I'm here to carry heavy things. I can scare away large animals. I can keep you safe in dangerous environments. Those are skills that men have. Being good looking is not one of them, right? That's why a good looking man, you're like, he's probably useless. He probably doesn't know how to clean a fork. Let's be honest. I don't know. It's very, it's a complex situation.
My arms are killing me. I hate the Bee Gees. I'm fucking done with this. And then the result of that night ends with a ghosting.
Yeah.
Which is that is wild.
Yeah.
It is. So I don't think I ugly cried for that, but I did ugly cry because there was something I wanted to tell him that he would understand, because he loved baseball and also worked in wine. And I got to meet one of the Dodgers, Andre Ethier, and he's talking to me about my work. He's like, oh, I love wine from this area. I went to this area last year. And I'm like, you're a pro baseball player talking to me about my job right now. And the one person who would understand that is the guy who ghosted me. And I felt so bad. I'm like, how? I was like, I knew it had nothing to do with it, but I was like, man, that bad that you, not even a text like, hey, I'm not feeling this anymore. Like, that's what killed me, was like that's what people don't understand. It's like, when you ghost somebody, you just make them feel like not worth your time, effort, or anything. There's so many things that go through our heads. It takes a while to get back to the point. I'm like, oh no, I'm not the problem. And because that happened to me, I'm like, I know I'm not the problem.
Oh, 100%, right? Like that's the weirdest part about ghosting is you're like, I'm not even a, hey man, I'll see you around. Like, just nothing. Like, just nope. I'm like, especially when there's no like blowout or any, like, if you guys got into a huge fight, and you're like, I wouldn't perform CPR on you if you need it, so go fuck yourself. Like, if you said something like that, I'd be like, all right, yeah, you're done, right? You're like, that's fair. But nothing is very perplexing to me, especially like, I can't shut up. So it's,
that's funny.
At what point do you consider, like, taking the L? You've sent like how many messages until you go, this person is ghosting me?
Ooh, I'll give you what I did. I give it a week, just a week.
Okay.
And then like, I'll follow up like, hey, haven't heard from you. Just want to make sure you're okay. That was the last text I sent him, and didn't answer back. I'm like, okay.
It's so, I like, this is the thing too, is it's not just the whole performance of it, but it's like, it's just rude. It's so like, there's no culture or history or anything where ghosting was like, oh, that was the right choice. It's not like, you're just a bad person for doing that to people. And, like,
I will give you an example of why ghosting is okay, is when your life is in danger and the guy is doing Saying threatening things to you.
That's not ghosting. That's running for your life. Not comparable. Like that is, yeah. If you're in danger, yeah, fucking go. If they don't get it, they're like, I told her I might kill her, and then she ran away. Like, why would she ghost me? That's obvious, bro. Like that's I don't know. That's very. This is where like I there's such a lack of involvement between people at this point, and I don't know if that's because of the internet or whatever, but it's just like have like a bare minimum amount of respect to people is just to be like, hey, sorry I haven't reached out, I've been busy, but I would like to talk, or hey, sorry I've been busy, you know what, I think it's best we leave as friends. Okay, that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But at the same time, people are crazy, so what do I know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I fully agree with that. I fully agree with that. Just having the bare minimum, like, well, I don't want that awkward conversation. I'm like, you made it awkward by not texting back in the first place.
100%. So, Alex, what's one of your ugly cry moments? Let's hear this.
Oh, I want to hear this.
Yeah, I do too.
There was like over a year and a half, 3 pets passed away. Where like they were at my mom's place, and it was a dachshund, a Labrador, and a cat. And like the dachshund was really close to me. And you know, the Labrador went first because big dogs don't live as long, and he gets some form of cancer. They stop eating. That's like the indication. So I was there when you put the dog down, and then the dachshund afterward was really bummed out because she liked having the companion. So she was like, it was like the dog equivalent of wandering around your house in a bathrobe, he said, while wearing a bathrobe, and like smoking a cigarette at all times of the day. Like she was just like walking around being like, I don't know, I'm outside, I'm inside, fuck all of you, I'm going to sleep. Like
that's fair.
It was really sad. And I think, you know, because I had moved out at that point, that connection was not severed, but just sort of like the person she had mostly bonded with was not there most of the time. So when that time eventually came, and she was like 17 years old and starting to slow down, and then eventually that time came, and every subsequent ceremony, I guess you could call it, where you go to the vet, they do the thing, and then there's like a 20-minute window where they just get slower and slower. And usually they're like, we're going to give the dog chocolate because why the fuck not? Because they wouldn't, you know, get to otherwise. This is the one time where this is okay. And afterward, like, I remember with Aki the dachshund, it was raining, and I came out, I'm like, am I in a fucking like Thomas Kincaid piece right now? Like I come outside.
Correct.
My dog just died. I'm ugly crying in the rain. My tears mixed with the rain. And then my mom's like, are you okay? I'm like, I am not fucking okay right now. And
no, Mom, read the room.
Read the room. And I still miss I have her ashes. And then the cat was kind of the same thing, but it felt more like a cherry on top. Sophie. So I think I really bond with pets, and when they eventually die, it really hits hard. But having 3 in the space of a year and a half, like that's each successive one, yeah. So
there's a lot to go through.
Definitely, like fucking the sort of thing where you remember when you were a kid and you would crash the fuck out, like you were crying, usually about something stupid in the grand scheme of things, but where you would go look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, wow, I'm an ugly piece of shit right now. I am red, tears, all that stuff. Like like sitting down in my car and looking at myself in the like pull down mirror and just being like, this gets worse every time.
That's fair. I see that man,
and now you be funny.
You guys, yeah, I'm gonna try and be funny. I've always kind of my problem is music always hits me harder. So especially like even there's an Adele song that came out right around when my dad passed. And it was the Hello from the Other Side one.
Oh, that one hurts. That one hurts.
It really, yeah. And I like to this day, I can't really hear it without getting back into that experience, right?
Yeah.
And yeah. And I'm like, it's good because it's a great song.
It is.
But also I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to like I've suffered from depression over the years in various forms, but the worst was when my dad passed and like everything about me came crumbling down. And it's like I really have tried to reconstruct myself from that point. So as soon as that song starts, I'm like, click, next. I'm like I'm like, I'm good. I because that was a lot. Like it was also playing on like every single station. Like it didn't matter what station.
Oh yeah, that was everywhere.
So it was and rightfully so. It was an incredible song. So it was like I'd be like, oh, I'll change the channel. Nope, it's now on that one. Oh, I'll change the channel. Nope, now it's back. And I'm just like trying to drive and at the same time just like crying. And I'm just like yeah, it was that's the worst. Those are the worst as an adult. But as a child was 100% Littlefoot's mom dying and Mufasa dying. Like those two.
Yeah. Watership Down, like fucking all of it.
Well, because there's a few weird movies like that. So like I saw Batteries Not Included. Not sure if you guys know that movie. It's a very old
I've heard
movie.
of that one. I've heard of that one. Just never watched it.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's about aliens kind of, but also like in this building where people aren't very well off and it's like they're one big thing and it gets emotional. Also, like there's The Secret of Nim, which is also a Disney.
Oh, I love that movie. That was heart-wrenching.
Brave Little Toaster.
Listen.
Oh, Brave Little Toaster.
I didn't even watch The Brave Little Toaster. Okay. Like I started to get a hang of things and I'm like, hey, you know what? Like my parents, I had The Land Before Time on VHS. My parents bought it for us. It was a whole thing. And then we watched it and we're like, Mom died. Yeah. And my parents are like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have bought this. Like this is not good. You know,
or this isn't the whole movie, but just one scene, the shoe in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh, the poor little shoe.
He's so like the only good part
scream,
is watching, that scream is watching the judge get flattened and then
that was satisfying.
Yeah. So satisfying. Like I'm okay if there's finally suffering, but we get to a happy place. I'm okay. But I'm like, that's the problem is as soon as you start in that sad thing, I'm like, then now I'm committed. And if this only gets worse, I'm fucked for like the next 6 weeks. Like I'm just gonna be like, I'm fine. I'm just processing a thing I saw. It's fine. It's okay. I'll deal with it. God. Yeah. No, that's. Oh,
I think like any sort of piece of media that was new or at least popular when you're going through a specific time of your life, every time you listen to it, it takes you back there or watch it again. It takes
for sure.
There.
Yeah,
I do feel bad for you, Dino, because like what 2015 when Hello comes out, it's fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
I'll help you out with that. I'll actually help you out with that one. There's a comedian that helped mentor me, Paula J. Newman, and she actually has a bit about Adele and that particular song. She's like, if you really listen to it, it sounds like a pretty version of a drunk voicemail that somebody left.
Looking up the lyrics now.
Yeah.
And she does it in a drunken British accent because she is British, and she's just like, hello, it's me. I've been wondering if after all this time you'd like to meet. And I can't listen to that song without hearing her do the drunken version of it now. So it made it
go over everything, and they say time's supposed to heal you.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But I ain't much done healing. Yeah,
yeah, that does help. That does. It's the only problem is I'm gonna be like, I'll give it a try and hear it in that perspective. I'll still cry. I'm like, yeah, it's real funny. It's hilarious. Yeah,
rough.
I don't know. There's a lot of I don't know if that was weird when because I grew up in the 80s and 90s, right? So it's like music had a bigger role in things because the internet didn't exist, right? So it's like that kind of, like it was like there were certain periods in time where things would happen and the music was around because people played music out, it wasn't just annoying people on the bus with speakers. Everyone had speakers. It was great. And you would just hear random music all the time. But it's like then it would kind of sink in a lot more because you were more involved, I guess. I don't know.
I feel like back then, whatever song was going on was the soundtrack of your life. And coincidentally, those songs would mimic whatever, or they would parallel whatever you're going through, versus now where you can actually make your own playlist. Like everybody has a playlist. True. Everybody has a Spotify. Everybody has a Pandora, whatever it is. And it's all music that you personally like for yourself. You'll never have that moment where you're sitting in the car with the radio on. And when you have that sad moment and that one song comes on, like recently for me is when I hear Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, I think of one particular person because he's like, I love him. And it's not a bad thing, but just like every time I think of him, the song automatically comes on no matter where I am. I'm like, why is this happening to me right now? Like those moments, like people aren't having anymore. They don't have as much a connection with music because they're not listening to what's going on. They're just like, oh, that's just background noise. And like being in the moment, like, yeah, be in the moment, be in your feelings. And that's how I grew up in the 80s and 90s, where somebody had a boombox, like when boomboxes were a thing and everyone wanted to hear their music as loud and proudly as worldly possible. And now it's just like, oh, we have headphones out, like, yay, we get to be in our own little world. But also that disconnected us because I don't get to hear what that guy's listening to. Maybe that's a song I've never heard before that I might like. And I actually like having that like strange interaction, not the music wars on the bus. I really don't miss that. But
that's one good thing about like COVID that I think had an after effect was like no more I'm gonna perform on the bus. Everyone's like, shut the fuck up on the bus / train.
Oh no, it still happens and it's still
happens. It absolutely happens.
But a lot less than it used to. I think.
Maybe. Listen, there's always someone who's like, I'm gonna play everyone my music, and you're like, please don't, for the love of God, please don't. And they're like, no, it's great. And then you hear it, you're like, nope, there's a reason why you're not signed. You suck. In the 70s, we made personal cassettes. I made those in the 80s too. Like I would record in the middle of the night off the radio. Yeah.
Oh, trying to record it off the radio instead of trying to pay for the album. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's no question. That's the like also too, I think newer and well, yeah, I guess I am an old fuddy-duddy. The newer music doesn't convey the same story as older music, and when you really listen to even, and not, I mean, don't mean that old, it's just less prevalent, but you hear a song that really like tells a story and the whole time you're just like, oh fuck, because it hits. Mixtapes were love languages. Oh, that's 100% true.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I never received a mixtape from anybody. So anybody in the universe, if you'd like to send me a mixed USB, I would really love that.
I mean, that's fair. Also too, though, if somebody sends you a USB in an envelope, are you going to put that in your computer? I wouldn't put that in my computer.
I would not put that in my computer. I would try to go to Best Buy and be like, hi.
Can you tell me what's on this? Yeah.
Yeah. Can you just make sure that it's not explosive? And they're just going to be like, what's it going to take? I'm like, how much, you guys? Just let me know. I'm curious enough to know what this is, but at the same time.
Yeah.
But
I wanted
if there's a return address and I recognize the name, that's one thing. But if there's no return address, then that's a no, thank you.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's Can you imagine? Like, this is the weird part, is that like now people can actually have a degree of anonymity and stuff, right? So that idea of somebody sent me a mixtape and you're like, don't open that. That's going to be propaganda or some sort of mind control stuff. Don't. We live in a weird
I don't know.
time.
Like, looping back to what Amy was saying at the beginning of the episode, the handwritten note. I feel like sending someone a letter in the mail will have more of a oomph than just here's an email.
Yeah. If
Also,
your address is the return address, watch out. True.
How did you get my address? That's the next question.
And actually, okay,
but
so
when you made the reservation, maybe they got your
address.
No,
that's how I knew she had my address, because the reservations, they ask you for your name and address, because sometimes there are issues. I've noticed that sometimes the restaurants like that, when someone gets a little drunk and disorderly, they will actually ban you, and they will have your full information so they could ban you and tell why you were banned.
That's a thing.
Interesting.
So Jim says, I've asked out over 100 women, all said no or did not reply. So I'll be honest with you, Jim. One of the earliest times that I ugly cried was in high school, and I was like, am I ugly? And that was my worry. And I was like, no, I wasn't ugly. I was just fat. But the fact was that I had a bunch of friends who were getting into relationships. It's absolutely. So it was this weird thing where I'm like, hold on. And I said, I'm fat. That's an issue. I'm still fat, still an issue. But the fact was that I'm like, you know what? I come from a good family. I'm smart. I'm profitable. All of these good things. I just need somebody to see me for who I am and not the fact that I look like a murderer. And you know what? And like at my fattest, I love telling the joke to people where I'm like, I'm married, and it would be complete silence. I'm like, your lack of clapping and just complete awe makes you all bad people, just to be very clear. And also just to rub it in, because all of you are astonished that I got married. This is my second marriage, so get fucked. All of you are single, and I would just tear into people, because I'm just like, I'm fat and I look like a murderer. I've been married twice, so you know.
I think when you're a teenager, you take a lot of your cues from like TV, movies, that sort of thing, and a lot of like, okay, at least for the younger millennials out there, where you had like Nickelodeon and Disney Channel, people were dating in middle school. Like, these are characters who are in middle school, and they're like, I'm asking out this girl. I'm like, why hasn't that happened yet? And it turns out it's not really supposed to.
No, it's not. Not in middle school.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
Not in middle school.
But to Dino,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, to Dino's point. He's been married twice. Atlas, you're married, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am not married. I am single. Like, let's put this into perspective right now. So it's sometimes it just doesn't work for you. Like, I was engaged, and he wasn't my person. He just wasn't my person. Love him to my day, but we just weren't working as a couple. There's nothing wrong with me. I hope not. No. And if there is, I will figure it out eventually and try to fix it. Until then, like, maybe you're just not asking out the right people. Maybe you're not in the mode to receive it. Maybe, like, just think about it. Like, you're asking out 100 women. Are you trying to get like odds? Like, why are you asking about this many women? Like,
Jim is Jewish, so he's definitely working the odds. There's no question there. He's
okay.
He knows.
Okay. Do you, buddy? Do you? Mazel tov.
Hey, so this is after I lost 100 pounds. I was married. She only wanted my money. Also, and this is why I know for myself, I have found is, hey, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. If someone likes it, they're more than welcome to come see me. If not, I'm just going to keep on. I'm running my own course, and that's it. And and you know what? Both times, my ex-wife and my current wife, Victoria, she hates it when I say my current wife. Both of them approached me first, and I'm like, okay, why? Because especially like now that I look more like a murderer, but even less fat. But when I was very fat and still look like a murderer, I'm like, yeah. If I approach somebody and I've read signals wrong, is I've now cornered this person. That is not a good situation for me to be in, because immediately the assumption is what's happening there? And I'm like, no. I'm not doing any of that. You have free to come and go. I am just going to be here and doing my thing. That's it. That's I feel like that is one of the most important things that I've learned. And like, because you know what, being in that situation where you're kind of like, I want somebody or whatever, right? But you want the right person. You don't want the wrong person. That because having the wrong person, that's a fucking nightmare. But sometimes you just got to run your own race. And it's especially now, it's gotten really weird out there. I hear weird. I am oddly addicted to the Reddit stories where they read them out on TikTok. And they're like, so I was married for 16 years and found out none of my children are mine. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like terrifying shit like that. And I'm just like, God, people are crazy right now. It's alarming. And that's why I'm just like, oh God.
Wait, are people just crazy now, or have they always been crazy, but they're now being exposed?
I've considered that, and I wonder because like, let's be honest, there's been promiscuous men and women throughout time, and people who are what you would consider to be not very intelligent also have existed throughout time. So you're like, maybe they're just being exposed, or maybe they're just getting better at telling the stories. I don't know, but I hear weird shit, and it's terrifying.
I'll tell you a real life story. I actually have 2 half brothers who are younger than me from my dad, and the woman he had these children with is Mexican, and that's important to the story because the other person she had children with before him would also happen to be Thai, also happened to be a family friend of ours. So she randomly met my dad, and that we knew her previous like boyfriend. Like, oh, we're friends with his family. And I'm like, Dad, okay, first of all, cheating on mom. Second of all, cheating on mom with somebody in your life or it's already slept with. What are you doing, man? So that was like, that was real shit. So there's 2 sets of siblings. Both of them are half Thai, half Mexican, and they're only related because of their mom. And they just happen to be the same mix.
I mean, she has a type. That's one thing, but like, also, like this is where like it gets so weird that like, FYI, Atlas, I just saw is this thing on Friday night, and
I'm seeing it tonight.
So it's
very
good?
Much.
So it wasn't what I expected. I still think it was good, but it is a movie about relationships. As you grow older, and also this guy starts doing stand-up. It's a good movie. It's very well done.
It's a stand-up movie the way Marty Supreme is a sports movie, like that.
Got it.
We're like, where they're like, it's ping pong. I'm like, ping pong is a third of the movie. The rest of it is not ping pong.
Yeah. It's entertaining. It's this is the thing is that because then I started discussing with my wife was the whole idea where I'm like, I've seen there's a very emotional part in the movie where he goes on stage and has an emotional kind of moment. And I'm like, I've seen that with fellow comedians where they kind of broke down. And you're like, yeah, there's 100% a therapeutic component in comedy, right?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you do comedy for therapy, you might have a good time, but nobody else will.
Nobody else has,
right?
So there's always the open micers that go up there and like you literally use them. Like you should probably see a therapist. Like you can keep doing stand up, but like go see.
Yeah.
Oh, my therapist looks forward to me because I am delightful with my terrible traumatic stories, but I'm also a comedian, so she will be entertained, and she gets paid to do it, which is the best part.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Amy, I don't know if I don't think I did this bit that night, like when we were on the same show together, but I have this bit about finding my therapist dead in his office and being like, who do I talk to about this is like the big the big joke with that. And I remember telling that to my therapist and he's like, okay, so how did you really feel? I'm like, that's what I thought. He's like, you have been telling this joke for at least a decade. because I've been going to him for a long time at this point.
Yeah.
Go through that scenario again. Tell me what really went through your head, and it like forced me to go back through this thing that I glossed over parts of to make sure it's funny.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Did you actually walk in and your therapist was dead?
Yeah.
What?
Jesus Christ, bro!
He had a heart attack like 15 minutes before I got there between patients.
It would have been worse if the last person kind of let it happen and then just walked out for someone else.
That would be incredibly insane. No, it was like
that happened that way though.
I don't think so. It was one of those things where like, okay, so in the story I say the receptionist like leads me to the room. There's no receptionist. It's just the switches on the wall. So he was by himself when that happened. And like,
how old were you?
16, 17.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Yeah.
Oh my god! This explains a lot, Atlas.
But okay, so
that is a traumatic, like that is a very traumatic experience.
Wow, dude.
Exactly. It's really funny when you tell it on stage, but I remember going back through the scenario and I was like, I had just started playing the Phoenix Wright games, the Ace Attorney games, where like those are murder mysteries. And I remember coming across him and being like, oh my God. One part of me was going, oh my God, what if like his last moments were by himself and he wasn't able to get any help? That's awful. And the other half was like, am I about to be framed for murder because I came across him dead? I'm like, I that was a legitimate thought I had at the time. And
I'm really trying not to laugh. This is not funny. This is fucking hilarious. Okay, like, do you understand?
I'm sorry. Again, for the right and wrong reasons. I'm so sorry that happened to you on an emotional level, but on a comedic level, holy shit, is that good material?
It is. I've been like it. I have gone through like various stages of life, comedy wise, because like I started when I was a teenager. And I'm in my 30s now. So much of stuff has like aged out of what I'm talking about. That bit never really goes away because you can be any age for that to happen.
I would and also start that. Like I would start that bit like, so I killed my therapist. Let me explain. And then just tell the story because I'll tell you that is madness.
No, it almost always makes it into a tight 5 somewhere because like it's you can go anywhere from a minute to about 3 depending on how much detail you add.
Yeah,
bro, you could spread that out to a 10-minute set. Like that is because it's okay. So Amy, I don't know, I'm not sure if I told you, Atlas, but I definitely haven't told you, Amy. Was so a few weeks ago, and by weeks ago actually I mean like November. I did a bunch of mushrooms, okay? And it hit perfect. It was a new strain of mushroom, and it hit really well, and I was feeling great. And then I may have freaked out a little bit, and I thought I may be dead because I'm like, I'm not seeing movement, and I'm not hearing like birds chirp and stuff happen, and I'm like, I can't hear wind, and then I was like, oh my God, did I just die? And it was like this whole, I ended up calling an ambulance and they checked me out and they're like, you're fine. You're just stupid. And I'm like, I figured I was just stupid, but I just wanted to make sure because even they tested me and they're like, your actually numbers are a lot better than someone your size should be. And I'm like, hey, that's great. But you know, it was a whole thing. And even I got my wife to come back from work early and she's like, well, maybe you shouldn't do drugs. I'm like, damn it, no, just stop it. You know?
Babe, that's not the point, okay?
Yeah, that's not the point, okay? That's
not very like 90s sitcom. Like in a world where weed was legal earlier, I could very easily see that on like King of Queens or something, where she makes him come, you know, he makes her come home and then she's like, really? You took mushrooms? Really?
And you're like, I thought I was gonna die. You're like, I was worried because then I'm like, I'm texting Victoria and I'm like, hey, so I can still text even though I may be dead. I may not be dead, but also I haven't seen the grass move in 45 minutes. I may be dead. I'm like, I may be frozen in time. And I'm like, what if I'm a ghost and I can only live in this house? Like, and then my head just started spiraling. Like, because, well, anyone who's done mushrooms, that can happen. It just starts going and you're like, there's no return. I'm off to the races. And then I'm like, I'm now haunting this house. Awesome. Yeah.
Dino, do you remember the last time I did them and I went on your show for a little bit and then logged off because it was too many people?
Yes.
So for about 2 weeks after that, I was a nervous wreck. Like everything made me want to cry and hug people. And at that time, one of my colleagues was leaving mid-year because her husband had gotten a job in Texas and they had to move. And I was really, really sad. And after she left, I felt a lot better. And I was like, it was probably the
Yeah. It was.
So-
I felt so bad because I was like, I'm so sorry you're leaving. And she's like, really, it's fine. We have text. You don't have to freak out so much. I'm like, but I'm gonna miss you.
No. It irons things out, and you're like, hey, I'm okay to show emotions. And I was, trust me.
Yes, but when you look like me, it's a little disconcerting. Where it's like, why is there a 6'1" man with a beard wanting to give me a hug in the middle of the day? Like,
this is also a reason why I don't hug people. I'm like, you can hug me, I don't hug people. That's just, I'm like, listen, because I will pick you up off the ground when I hug you. That's not good. That's not, people now, you're like, that person's being abducted, and I don't need that in my life, you know?
Well, I worked in craft beer for a really long time, and most of the people I work with were dudes. And still, even being a sommelier for wine, I still work with a lot of dudes. And midday, they'll just be like, "Hey," and they don't shake my hand. Like they go in for the hug. Like, "You good, buddy?" And like, okay, you have to understand, when we go to accounts, it's usually another dude. It's nice to be able to see somebody and be like, "Hey, I need a hug. This one looks like she can hug me in a good way. I'm gonna use this one." And like,
no, that's fair.
Asking another bro for a hug, it's like, no. It's like, yeah, but you know my life. I'm like, yeah, not by choice. You guys just come in and kind of just tell me your life stories. And I guess I just had that since I was a kid, because my mom told me, like, yeah, people would just come up to me, children and adults, and just tell me their lives and like what's going on. She's like, why? I was like, I don't know. You made me. You tell me. What did you turn me into?
Yeah.
So I grew up just becoming like a walking safe place that people who are crazy, they won't actually go crazy on me. They'll look at me, go, hey, and then go crazy on the next person following me. I'm like, all right, that happened. And just continue.
Hey, listen, witchcraft works in weird ways for everybody. So yeah.
You know what's another thing that makes people ugly cry, and I can't believe I made it almost an hour without mentioning this, is fucking songs from musicals. Put it on the bingo card. I'm serious. Like,
this is the bingo card that we have, and they go off topic. Someone mentions their parents, smoking mentioned, free space. Yeah, they're. I mean, we've gotten it.
So which one's this one? The musicals?
Yeah.
This is so.
References a musical on the bottom row there.
I said, I never said I was two fat people. Now I'm one fat person, but I did mention how I was overly fat. Someone's internet goes out. Millennium. Yeah, I mean, we definitely hit this one. Yeah.
Okay, so no, because I ugly cried when I saw Lion King at the Pantages on stage, the circle of life, and Simba and the animals coming out, and they're all like puppeteers, or they're all like animals, but like they're not in like the fuzzy animal costumes. Like you can actually see the dancers, and they're just silhouetted the animals. And in the first 5 minutes of just that opening number, I am ugly crying so hard. And after Circle of Life ended, we all gave a standing ovation. And then they continued to the next scene. And we're like, oh, that's not the musical? We thought that would have been it, and I would have been fine. We're like, oh, there's still like an hour and a half more of this. Oh, shoot. Okay, sit back down.
I mean, we went, we've seen a few musicals that Victoria really likes. We saw now I feel like an idiot because I don't remember what they were. But when there are certain songs that are great, right? And you hear them in a musical and you're like, oh, this is, and especially if you have somebody who's singing them very well, it communicates very well and everything, you're like, oh, it just hits on every, hell, I still cry when I watch Lord of the Rings, and I watch that like once every couple months. Yeah, because there was a meme going around where you're talking with your therapist, and the therapist is like, hey, when times get tough, what do we say for Frodo? And you're like, oh, damn it. you're like, fuck.
That's not what made me cry in Lord of the Rings. It's when Frodo told Sam to go away. And he's like, you don't mean that. Oh. He's like, yeah. Dude, yeah. I was ugly crying for that.
Yeah.
So there's
either that or Gandalf sacrificing himself.
That one.
Yeah. That was that's my also when he talks about the end with Pippin just before they are almost overrun. And he's like, it's not the end. Don't worry. There's still a whole, and you're just like, there's still more. Like it's right. Yeah. But then the other one is when I watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I love that cartoon. And
he's lying.
What?
That from Avatar. He's lying. I'll be okay.
Don't why? Listen, no. If I hear leaves from the vine,
oh no.
I lose my mind, which is so it's a song. Amy, you look like you have never seen
Avatar. Watched it. Okay. So like
you should, it's good.
But I'm pretty sure who's ever watching this, like, have you not watched it? Like I was in college, you guys, sorry.
Hey, so was I.
I was a child. So, it was perfect for me. I was like 11
it was,
when it came out. Yeah.
So there's one of the storylines is a uncle who used to be regarded as a exceptional general. Okay. He was called the Dragon of the West. Okay. And in one of his fights, his son died.
Oh.
Yeah. And the whole emotion of him, he sings this song, and it was actually the actor who did actually pass away a couple of years ago. And it's like you hear him singing, and it's just like, fuck, because it's about a soldier boy coming home, and he didn't. So it's like, and you watch it, and then as well is one of the main characters loses his pet, which is a 6-legged flying bison, which I love because I have an outfit of the 6-legged flying bison. I have mugs. I have a teddy bear that is in my bed constantly of Appa. And one of the things is when he jumps on Appa to get him going, he says yip yip. So it's very like, all right, Appa, yip yip, and they fly into the sky because it's awesome. And at the same time, for myself, is like when I'm feeling really lazy. And I'm like, I'll kind of slam my hands on my bed or wherever I'm sitting. I'm like, all right, yip yip, and just try and push myself. For Frodo and yip yip are my two go-tos of pushing myself when I don't feel like it. And now I feel like I'm gonna cry. So thanks a lot for everything. You guys have been great.
Jim says Burn in Hamilton makes me cry. For me, it's either the ending or it's Quiet Uptown. When Katie and I went to go see it, I cried during the ending. And then also when we saw Wicked, also at the Pantages, For Good is...
That is a good song. Mine was, they did an entire musical with Jagged Little Pill for Alanis Morissette.
Oh, I heard about that. Is it good?
It's really good. It's, the woman who wrote, Juno, what is her name?
Diablo Cody.
Yeah, she wrote the musical for that. Mm-hmm. So when she's singing, God, what's the big one that she sings? You Ought to Know, and she's like she's like yelling, singing at this woman right now, and I'm like, man, that's literally when we first heard that song. That one person that made you mad. That's the song you sing. Like when you want to get all the emotions out, and the woman who was on stage singing that, kudos to her. You felt it, and you're just like, man, that teenage angst just comes out of you.
See, at the same time, you're like, wait, I knew David Coulier from Full House. How is this guy inspiring? You're like, really, Dave Coulier? All right, you're like the whole album. You're like, oh, wow, okay.
Wait, Dave Coulier is the You're So Vain guy?
He's the inspiration for that entire album. He did a number on Alanis Morissette, which I'm still baffled by.
Yes.
Because you're like, if she said John Stamos, I'd be like, well, yes, look at him. He's basically an angel and a prostitute put together and made Greek. I get it. It's fine, you know? Dave Coulier, you're like, huh, really? That much? All right. It's an experience. That's for sure. But yeah, that album fucking rocks.
Yes.
And she's Canadian. Jesus Christ. It's on every level.
Dino, I'm watching that show, The Great North, right now.
How is that?
It's pretty good.
Okay,
but it's got Nick Offerman as the dad. Will Forte is one of the kids, and but one of the kids, she has an imaginary friend that's like an Aurora Borealis version of Alanis Morissette that she just goes onto her roof and talks to in the morning, and it's voiced by Alanis Morissette.
Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah. It's the if you're looking for like, okay, what is it like? Think Bob's Burgers in terms of like the humor. It's not up here in regards to craziness like Family Guy is, but you know, it's kind of a low key show. It's good though.
Realistically, it's about the Great North. I'm kind of insulted that they don't have Canadians here. These are all Americans who are playing in this, except for Alanis Morissette, which is bullshit.
Yeah,
we need more.
I mean, it takes place in Alaska, so even though
Alaska's only American in name, okay? It is mysterious and cold like Canada.
I'm surprised it's not part of you guys, but I guess it's Russia, and then they sold it to us, and whatever. There's
a listen. Alaska's a weird place, and it's got a great and rich history, and also it's got supernatural stuff that is really freaking weird. So,
she lives in Santa Barbara now. Good to know.
Yeah.
Jim, go shoot your shot with Alanis Morissette. See how it goes.
No. Just don't. You know what, Jim? Just ignore every woman around you until they go crazy and start attacking you. You'll be fine.
Let them come to you. Let them come to you.
Yeah.
Look, women are like cats. You can't give them attention because they immediately would be like, "I don't need you in my life, you piece of shit." Just you have to let them come to you. This is just how nature is.
Oh my god, I'm the total opposite of that. I am a golden retriever energy, and like I dated nothing but black cats. And the one time I date a golden retriever, I was just like, "Oh, is this what I'm like? Oh, I need to work."
That's funny. I'm a golden retriever, and I'm married to a black cat, so that fits, I think. So I guess for the listeners out there, what thing made you ugly cry? Either we want to hear your story, or we also would love to hear the thing that you watched or listened to that made you ugly cry. Put it down there in the comments, or rate, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Amy, where can people find and follow you?
Oh, my Instagram handle is Amy Drinks for Work. I don't have any shows coming up, but I do put it on my platform. I also make little jokes in between. If you want me to send you personalized jokes, you're more than welcome to. I will love to troll and roast you just for funsies.
Fantastic. You can follow us at Generation Dan, wherever fine social medias are found. Follow me at Atlas Novak and all those same places, including TikTok. School is about to start again, so get ready for more teacher sketches. Hooray. You can also check out my other my other show, Nexus at Night, which is on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific on YouTube. How about you, good sir?
Okay, Atlas, you say that as if you haven't still been singing this entire time on your TikTok. Like, let's be honest.
Look, okay? I did a series where it's Benoit Blanc, and I was doing a terrible Benoit Blanc accent.
Horrible Benoit. Hey, if you want to see a horrible Benoit Blanc, check out Atlas's TikTok, because there's a lot of it, and it is hard to watch.
Benoit Blanc in Ace Attorney.
He's so passionate about it. You're like, I have to like this. I can't not like it. I am Dino, the Genetic Marvel, everyone. You can find me, follow me. I do all sorts of stuff. I have other shows that are happening all week long, so come check me out. I'm also documenting. I'm doing a push. I'm going to be trying to fast like 72 hours this week, and I'm
oh my god,
I have been out of practice for the last little while, so I've done like 44 hours. I started 36, 40, then 44, and this week I'm going to try and go for 72, and also I'm probably gonna cry, so it should be fun. It is a weird experience, but hey, it is my experience and I'm loving it. So in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everyone, and we'll be back later.
Thanks,
have
everyone.
A great day.